Because there is no other good place during the day to record a video, and I like to give you something to look at if you decided to watch the video instead of just listen, I kept recording our bird feeder. And I've been recording for over a year now, so you've seen the seasons change here in the middle of the United States. Well, yesterday was November 21st, 2015, and it was the first snow day where I live. And not just a spitting snow, as we call it, but a heavy snow. It is beautiful. And it reminded me of three visions or words. The first one was a vision from Lisa, and I'm going to reread part of it. It's from January 4th of this year. Lisa was having a quiet time with God on Sunday when he showed her something interesting. It was snowing. Then she saw the arm of someone that was drawing back to throw a snowball. Immediately, she knew that once the snowball was thrown, an avalanche of snowballs would be coming. She knew this indicated that once the first problem occurred, many would follow. So she asked God, what is the first snowball? She was shown the United States getting bombed. I know many people have seen missiles and rockets hitting the coast. Lisa has seen New York City and Washington, D.C. getting bombed. She and many others have seen Hoover Dam. I remember God's Healer 7 had a video about that as well. In the same situation, along with football stadiums and shopping malls. Okay, it is now football season again in the United States, and the shopping malls are open for Christmas. Now, this is something, especially in the States, that we need to pay attention to, because this Friday, November 27th, is Black Friday. That's what we call it because so many people take off work due to our Thanksgiving holiday, and they start Christmas shopping, which brings the stores out of the red. So if they are losing money, they will go into the black, which is positive money, because we're spending all our money. So many people are in the malls on this Friday, and a lot of us watchers are concerned that ISIS or some other Islamic terrorist group will take advantage of that. So my family is staying home. Hang on a minute. My cat, my daughter's cat, licks the window, so it gets a little smeary looking. Okay. Now, I also recalled Warrior Princess's words about looking to the east in her December 13th, 2014 message in regards to New York City and the earthquake. I reminded Lisa at the time that she had her vision that we were to look to the east. And when I said east to her, God showed her Russia. So, at the time of the vision, God didn't show her anything else, but we now know that Russia is in Syria, supposedly fighting ISIS, and that brings Russia very close to Israel and the eventual Ezekiel war, as well as Armageddon. Now, here's the snowflake vision and word from Warrior Princess. Note that it has been almost exactly 1 year since she received it. In fact, I believe this is during Hanukkah this year. December 13th, 2014 is when she received the vision. She says, "This is not the kind of message I'm used to. Please use discernment. My love, listen closely to these words. Each word is specific, and do not shrink back from what I am giving you now. A great earthquake is upon you. It will strike suddenly and without warning, and will hit California first, and then New York City. There will be a massive chaos as this happens. Note that New York City is in the east of the United States. Once this happens, the cosmic event will not be far off. Surely I will rescue my children. There will be many casualties, but those who are mine will come home right before this hits them. The angels will literally pull them up as the earth splits. Those that are needed in certain areas will be transported there." That is the bride, for those of you who are listening. "This is extremely serious. Anoint your homes and selves, pray for covering, pray for your neighbor, and pray for all those who will be in the impact zone. I am telling you beforehand, so you know I am in control, and not fear that these children are forgotten by me. They are not, and will be divinely rescued. I don't usually send these types of messages through you, but this is a warning that must go out. The first call is not far off." And Warrior Princess saw a vision of snowflakes falling before her eyelashes. Excuse me, falling on her eyelashes. Jesus continues, "My love, pray without ceasing. You need to deliver this tonight. This is not the great shaking, but it is a major birth pain, orchestrated by the enemy internally. Warrior Princess then finishes it by telling us that she was not given any time of timeline. Now, for me, I note this. It will strike without warning. So it will simply happen, and the United States will be devastated, period. We should not look for anything to occur before this. It's just going to happen. Jesus also tells us that it is orchestrated by the enemy internally. It's man-made. Many dormant volcanoes are becoming undormant these days. So Middle Earth, as it were, is moving. So I believe this great earthquake is upon us. Is it because of the snow we've seen, and we've seen all kinds of chaos? Even bombings. There could be internal bombings. There's bombs. I know people have had visions of bombs being set in the ocean, ready to be turned on or destroyed, whatever. So we don't really know. We just know that this particular earthquake will happen without notice, and we are going to be at the right place at the right time. Do not worry about it. I know my daughter just had a dream of Somerset and Sonoma, and I believe it was in California. And I also received information from someone that there's a Sonora, Mexico, which is just below all that. And my daughter also saw Sonora in her dream. Saloma. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so I will continue that I personally had a vision of what I believe is a potential Category 4 snowstorm during Hanukkah this year. Maybe not this year. I don't know what year, but I do know that's what I saw was a Category 4 snowstorm, and it was during Hanukkah. That's more snow, and it's more chaos. That's what we know. You will recall last year that in the United States, Boston had a huge snowfall, and that incapacitated us in that area for a while. It is possible that God was keeping the evil from happening by using snow. Same thing happened in Israel over some of their holidays. They had huge snowstorms. They have sandstorms. We think these are horrible things, but you know what? God could be using these negative things to protect us and others. He uses them for the positive, just what He's told us to do. Job 38, verses 22 and 23 tells us this. Hast thou entered into the treasures of the snow, or hast thou seen the treasures of the hail, which I have reserved against the time of trouble, against the day of battle and war? I mean, that's like almost an exact telling of God to say, I've kept these things aside because there's going to be trouble, and when I let these things come out, it could actually help against the evil, but at the same time, God brings these things out for a purpose. So while the snow seems like a bad thing, wrecks happen, and in fact, we saw 4 cars off the road on the way home from shopping yesterday. The snow is beautiful and sent by God. Could the visions of Lisa and Warrior Princess be for this season now? We were told some great shaking that would happen by year end. And now we have snow, which has been part of some of the visions. These cars that were off the road yesterday, there was only a couple inches of snow. People should know better. They're examples of people in a hurry and not being cautious. God has told us how to be cautious and protected. We put on the armor of God every day. We put on our battle gear and pray to our shepherd to keep watch over us. So the fact that Jesus holds the rod and the staff in Psalm 23 does comfort me, and I think we should keep looking up because our bridegroom is surely coming.